don't live for their kids so they get it right.
The 2006 Surf Cup featuring Santa Clara Sporting and the Del Mar Sharks. The Del Mar Sharks in all blue. Santa Clara Sporting is going to be in green and white jerseys with the black shorts. Obviously, Del Mar Sharks are set up to go right to left and left to right at Santa Clara Sporting, and we are underway here in this boys under 10 game. Both teams kind of playing out the string here in the Surf Cup 2006. Let's get the lineups first for Santa Clara Sporting. The keeper is Jose Areola. Number 3 is James Silva. Number 4 is Roy Ortiz. Number 5 is Trevor Lewis. Number 8, Adrian Meza. Number 9 is Dominic Salsicia. Number 10 is Eric Espinoza. Number 11 is Leonardo Gonzalez. Number 13 is Sergio Becerra. Number 14, Dominic Rivera. Number 18 is Nico Perez. Number 19 is Justin Cisneros. And number 21 is Alex Wheaton. Now let's get the lineup for the Del Mar Sharks. Your keeper is Angel Sosa. Number 2 is Timmy Saunders. Number 3 is Anthony Wright. Number 5 is Ian Acheres. Number 8 is Eric Herrera. Number 7 is Connor McCroskey. Number 9 is Eric Monroe. Number 10 is Nestor Cuevas. 11 is Kalen Armbrust. Number 12 is Ian Hain. Here's a shot, and a save is made by the keeper, Areola. Number 14 is David Gee. Now the Sharks on it again, Armbrust. You got to go out wide. He's got his teammate at it. Let's see what it is. Is it a goal? No sign yet. No, it is not. Must have been an offsides goal. And it is a goal. So it is 1-0. And the center ref going to have a discussion with the linesman. One of the players on the Del Mar Sharks side is being walked off, and a substitute is coming into the game. Santa Clara Sporting now down 1-0 as the Sharks getting a nice play in their attacking 18-yard box and putting it into the back of the net. Now on the wide side. And Santa Clara Sporting into space, trying to win it. Fighting for that one was Alex Wheaton, and now we're going into the defensive third of the Del Mar Sharks. The attacking striker trying to get a little further deeper, and that ball taken away by Timmy Saunders. And a far side touchline, so it is now going to be a throw-in. Throw-in for SC Sporting. Down 1-0 early here in the first half. There's a strike right there to Mesa. Adran Mesa. Drops it back out. Dribbling real well is Roy Ortiz. Ortiz over to Mesa. Back and essential is a tie game. Number 18, Nico Perez, and it's a 1-1 game. And Nico and his teammates having a little fun with the display of the goal afterwards. One of the few times we've ever seen that on George Lanneman Video Sports Productions. A nice goal by Nico. He was there in the central of the box, and he placed it right in the back of the net. Here's a run now by David Gee. Gee in an 18-yard box. He gets dispossessed on the near side, but he'll have to he'll throw it in as it was off the defender for Santa Clara Sporting. Now into the corner. And let's see, is it a corner kick? It will be a corner kick, and David Gee will take it. Finds his team all knotted up at one. Very interesting game early on here in the Surf Cup 2006. Field number 20, headed towards the central of the box. It goes wide, and Gee will chase after it.
Green ball, here we go.
Come on, ref. Look, he's turning the other way.
Hey, come on.
And the center rep trying to decide, and it's confers with the linesman, and a throw in by the Sharks.
Roy.
The Sharks with two players with the same number in this contest, and we're going to have to probably try to check that at halftime. So we will go ahead and kind of leave the name of number 14 alone here for the first half. Not given to us with another number, and not given to us with two 14s. Down to Central, and all alone, and it go, 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 go. Number 4, Roy Ortiz, and he comes over along the side and hugs his mom after the goal. So 2-0 as Santa Clara 2-1, I'm sorry. Santa Clara Sporting now putting the heavy pressure on and finding players unmarked in an 18-yard box, and that will cause you all kind of problems through the course of the game, and that is what Santa Clara is going to have to start doing, marking the rushes going up the field. The counterattacks have been tremendous for Santa Clara Sporting so far in this game. Connor McCroskey, his pass intercepted on the wide side, and it finally goes out, and it'll be a throw in.
Heads up.
So the Sharks, whom had a 1-0 early lead, find themselves down 2-1 here in the first half. Still plenty of time for both teams. And all three goals have scored very rapidly here in the first half. Maybe they're one of the most rapid amount of goals scored that we have seen, or at least I've seen in George Lanneman Video Sports Productions in this boys under 10 category. Been a long time, and definitely not in the Surf Cup. That is definitely a record for 3 goals in the Surf Cup for the boys under 10 category, or even the girls under 10 category. As far as I'm concerned here in the Surf Cup, and I've been doing it for a number of years. On the ball now is Kalen Armbrust. Armbrust still on the soccer ball. It is knocked out of play that time by Roy Ortiz. And so they will throw it in, the Sharks. The Sharks playing in their city turf here. And knocked out of play. And Santa Clara Sporting obviously coming from a long distance up in Northern California to play down here in the Surf Cup. Arguably one of the top tournaments, if not the top tournament in the whole country. You had teams from Japan in this tournament. And Sherris tried to pass, and that didn't work. And so now, trying from long distance that time is one of the 2 14s, and we do not know which one that is. Going to be a goal kick. Santa Clara Sporting try to get a rush up the field. Down the near side. Nico Perez. And retreating back is Timmy Saunders. Timmy deciding to get to that space first and get to that ball and put it out of play. And now it's going to be a throw-in from the near side. And the header. Nice job there by Roy Ortiz. At least strike that ball, the youngster. And a beautiful header by the defender in the deep back, and dispossessed that time into space. And Perez down, trying to make a move. Perez, and he cannot go any further as Eric Herrera comes into the space and knocks it out of the near side touchline. Throw it toward the 18-yard box. A couple of Sharks are there, but Perez gathers it, and he tries to accelerate toward the central, but he's dispossessed, and he goes up toward the midfield area. But it comes back as it's reduced the size of the field. Santa Clara Sporting, the Sporting now with Wheaton. Couldn't possess it long enough, and on it now is Anthony Wright. Wright with a couple of players on him. Now he's got his teammate down the central, and a save is made by Arreola. Kalen Armbrust was trying to make a big play down the central, and the save was made. Coming back the other way off the long ball. Mesa. The Sharks win it in their own defensive third. However, they give it away now. They have it again in their own 18-yard box, but it goes onto the foot of Ortiz. Ortiz accelerating. Ortiz inside the box. Ortiz takes a shot, and it's blocked that time by Timmy Saunders. Ortiz, a nice run in the 18-yard box for Santa Clara Sporting. And a challenge there. And one of the players are down for Santa Clara Sporting. We'll take a timeout for a moment. The score is 2-1, Santa Clara Sporting here in the Surf Cup 06. Leonardo Gonzalez will come in as a youngster who was hurt and carried off the field. As play ensues, here's Wright. Wright making a beautiful move in the open midfield. Wright now going to one direction and then trying to center a pass for Armbrust. It never got to him. Santa Clara Sporting as a double team into space, and they have it now. Here they are at midfield looking for Nico, and he doesn't quite get it as it was taken away. Nice job done that time by Timmy Saunders. Here's another chance, a miss there. And off of Nico Perez. Perez has it again with Wright trying to mark him, and Wright gets the soccer ball. Wright is still in the field to play. Anthony Wright hustling, but it's won this time by the Santa Clara Sporting. It's over to Nico Perez. Perez looking for a centering pass, nobody there, as Timmy Saunders intercepted and sent it up the field. And here's Wright on the carom. Wright trying to get it by one player. He's knocked down, and it'll be a foul right there and a free kick.
Turn around, Roy.
And a yellow card to Nico Perez, who a little bit too close to the player trying to take the free kick. Set piece from their own half of the field, if you want to call it.
Nico, te habla, Nico. 28 yards, though. Not 10. Under 10, it's 8 yards. Listo, Roy.
And now we have a free kick. The center ref letting Nico Perez, young Nico Perez, know he's got to give 8 yards on a free kick like that. And now he's got the soccer ball again. However, dispossessed, a beautiful play that time at his space for the Del Mar Sharks. And he's still trying to keep the soccer ball in. Hustling Eric Herrera. Roy Ortiz. And the ball goes out of play. Near side. Edron Mesa. Into the corner. Here's Nico Perez trying to find somebody to get to it, and it's flicked on, but off the side of the net. So he did get a pass. Somebody trying to flick it on, and I believe that was Eric Espinoza, and he just couldn't quite get it over the keeper's head. And you've got a few players now that are going to come in for the Del Mar Sharks. We'll mention their names as they touch that soccer ball here in the first half with a 2-1 score. Santa Clara Sporting over the Del Mar Sharks. And it's Surf Cup 2006. The second day, Sunday, and tomorrow is the championships. Retreating back, Eric Espinoza. And he's trying to get a run on the far side touchline. It goes out. But a throw in for Santa Clara Sporting.
Green ball.
So Santa Clara with the 1-goal lead, trying to add to it. Ball with nice pace on it, but Wright comes over. Wright trying to get to it. And still Santa Clara Sporting has it. 3 players bunched up, and one coming out with it is Whedon. And it goes over off the foot, and one player is down, and that is Nestor Cuevas.
When you lose it, instead of
And the head coach will come out and take a look at Nestor. And we'll take a break. It's 2-1. Santa Clara Sporting.
Roy.
Look like you're going to have a drop kick, or and you have a fresh player coming in for the Del Mar Sharks. And it is a free kick, and that one not much on it. And the keeper for Del Mar, Angel Sosa, gets it up to midfield. Edron Mesa, Nico Perez can't quite get to it. 2 players there. One of them is Timmy Saunders in the mix, along with McCroskey. McCroskey trying to get to the soccer ball now. He has it. Sends it up the field, but nobody was there. And so now it is going to be a throw-in from the far side touchline. Sporting leading by 1 goal. Running over there is Ian Hain into the 18-yard box now. They try to get it toward the central, but Wright steals it. The collision. And coming after it, staying with it, is Roy Ortiz. However, Saunders on the ball now. Trying to thread the needle, and that did not happen. And just being able to come off his line that time was Sosa to make the save for the Sharks, as Nico Perez was coming down the through. Del Mar Sharks now, they've won it, and they get the counterattack going over to Wright. Wright can't get that second opportunity Nicely won by number 4, Roy Ortiz. Ortiz takes a shot and a save, trying to get to it again, and they kick it away. The last moment, Angel Sosa gave up a rebound, and Nico Perez almost put it in the back of the net. It would have been a great play. But they had a defender that raced over and kicked it up the field. You got to have that. You got to have your players being able to cover for you. Your keeper on a bounce, knocking it away, and let's see what the call is going to be.
He's going for the ball.
The center ref now going to decide, as Angel Sosa was jumping up trying to make the save, the collision between he and Nico Perez. And the center ref will not give a card. Thought that for one moment he might do that. And we're going to take a timeout. It's a 2-1 Santa Clara Sporting lead as they look at Angel Sosa.
Next one, Marisco San Juan. Lleva.
As we get back to live action very quickly, a little fun there with what it appears, talking about if there was an advertisement. And the good thing is Angel Sosa is okay and still in the nets. Nico Perez and getting it over his teammate Mesa. Back to Perez, that centering pass. And boy, has he been active here in the first half, making all kinds of problems for the defenders of the Del Mar Sharks. And Perez is going to come out and he gets a hand. Sergio Becerra coming into the game. The Del Mar Sharks averting the situation for Perez being able to put it back in the net again. And so now they don't have him on the field, and they may have a sigh of relief over there. Right now, it's going to be a throw-in for the Del Mar Sharks. But they don't know what Becerra can do. They're going to find out. Sergio Mesa, the top of the box. They lose possession, but they have it again with the numbers. Here comes Sosa, and the young man is able to get it and push it up the field. He got it to his teammate Nestor Cuevas, and now they have something going the other way. Eric Monroe, but Monroe can't hold on to it long enough on the near side. Hustling quickly is Roy Ortiz. Ortiz gets to the ball again. Ortiz can't get that next strike of the ball, and so it's in the center of the field. And here comes Sergio Becerra, but Becerra with the red laces, and it's kicked off the foot of one of the defenders. Got to take their time, and they got two soccer balls, and the center ref recognizes that, and he's going to get one of them out of play. Youngster with the Galaxy shirt on, one of the great champions in the MLS. The LA Galaxy, a lot of kids in Southern California liking them. Del Mar Sharks coming out with it from their own half of the field, and a block that time by Armbrust, who decided to stand in the direction of the soccer ball, and now his team is gaining some real estate here to get to the attacking third off the far side. Santa Clara Sporting now, they win it, and here they go very quickly on a counterattack. Looking for Becerra down to Central, and he can't quite get to it as retreating back. Making a fine play was Ian Hain, number 12 for the Sharks. Into the corner, into the 18-yard box. On the top of the box, a couple players, and that's the end of the first half. With this score, both teams scoring a bunch of goals in a hurry, And then after that, play just became very competitive, but nothing in the back of the net as both teams going up and down the field showing their ability to play defense and offense. It's 2-1 at halftime, Santa Clara Sporting, and you will see what the coaches are talking to their players with, and we'll be right back on the San Diego Surf Cup here in the boys under 10 category. Okay, second half underway. Del Mar Sharks now going from left to right, and it's Santa Clara Sporting going from right to left on your picture screen. 2-1. Santa Clara Sporting leads here as we start the second half. And here early in the second half, they got to run right away into the 18-yard box. Got two balls on the field. And that one is quickly routed off there. Eric Espinoza, he was trying to make a play. Now Leonardo Gonzalez, but they ran by him. And a pass all the way down to Eric Monroe. And now it goes over to Herrera. Take a shot and a save. Jose Areola making the save for Santa Clara Sporting, holding on to the 2-1 lead. The ricochet, it goes over to Eric Monroe.
Roy. Find
out who the 214 is. Back and forth. Let's go. Get ready. Come on. Back and forth. Let's go. With that battle. Hey, ahí estamos bien, Roy. Tú marcas. She got the brown hat. Pass. Leo. Vamos. Agrégate. Vamos enfrente. No tienes que marcar.
And the ball over into the corner to throw in for Santa Clara Sporting. Santa Clara now with Alex Wheaton. Trying to get another strike at it, can't do it. It goes out of play. And now Eric Monroe has it. Monroe draws it back over to Timmy Saunders. Saunders now, and it goes out of play. And Santa Clara Sporting in a far side touchline is going to throw it in. Game has settled down from early on where there were 3 goals scored. And both teams able to handle each other's play on the field a lot better. Popped up into the 18-yard box, and staying with that one nicely is Connor McCroskey. Connor eyeing that one well and getting it out of danger past the goal line, but it gives Santa Clara Sporting an opportunity for a CK. The set piece from the far side touchline. Santa Clara Sporting intercepted there by Timmy Saunders.
Long throw,
It's going to be a throw-in for Santa Clara Sporting.
David is the one on the bench, and Nestor's the one playing. David and Nestor. Nestor is playing. Nestor's playing out here. And David's on the bench.
Vamos, te llegan.
On it now is Eric Espinoza. Getting a run there for Becerra, but the ball taken away. Espinoza.
Come on.
Sir, you gotta keep his arm down. Better than that. Salgan. Roy, incorpórate, hijo.
Ball into the corner. Del Mar Sharks tried to get to it. Just outside the 18-yard box. Now they have a player in the box that tried to take another shot. Couldn't quite do it. Roy Ortiz. Ortiz now with a soccer ball. Ortiz right outside the box. And it goes out of play. Marking very well was Eric Monroe. And it's going to be a goal kick. Lastly, touchdown by Santa Clara Sporting. They lead 2-1. Right outside the box, Santa Clara Sporting again trying to make something happen. And now it is going to be a free kick. That was Nestor Cuevas. Nestor Cuevas is actually number 14 out there for the Del Mar Sharks. As we mentioned, that player whom had a 14, there's 2 14s, and the other one is David Gee. In the box, and a save made by Areola.
Roy, you're leaving him outside, Roy. Roy.
Striking the ball all the way down where Sosa able to collect it there with plenty of time and drives it to midfield. But there's Wheaton intercepting. Not getting a return pass, but Becerra gets it. It goes to the wide side now, and it taken away and rotting it out is Eric Monroe for the Sharks. It'll be a throw-in for Santa Clara Sporting, leading 2-1. They're not the ones that are the pressure is on to try to get another score. The Sharks are the one, and Sosa makes a save. Nice shot, and Sosa backing up, able to reach up as high as he could to get that one. Otherwise, it would have been 3-1. And here they come again. Here's Cuevas. And this one off a long distance, and Sosa has it. And a yellow card. I believe there's a yellow card, and it's against 21. I believe it was Wheaton against of Santa Clara Sporting. So that's 2 yellow cards against the Sporting team. And the center ref telling Sosa to go back and basically set it up as a goal kick from where he is at. Taken by a teammate. On the near side, number of players jockeying for that soccer ball. Del Mar Sharks have the opportunity as they throw it in. Goes off a Sharks player. Or rather a Sporting player, and the Sharks again down the field.
There's a bee on you. There's a bee on you.
Monroe.
Look, I told you.
One time Gary said there was a stinker on me. I'm like, I'm not falling for
Going to be a throw in by the Del Mar Sharks on the far side. And the Sharks still on the soccer ball, accelerating toward the box, and it goes past the goal line. Number of players, as you see there, trying to warm up for the next game. And the center ref trying to direct the players that are beyond that goal line to take a corner over there. And so Jose Areola going to set it up on nearer to your picture. Gonzalez on the run from the deep back. Nice bicycle kick, as you saw there by Asirius. Ian. Sporting in their own half of the field. Knocked out. Jumping up and bringing that one down nicely was Leonardo Gonzalez to the far side, chasing after his Adrian Mesa, but he didn't get to it. On it now. On the far side, and the Sharks can't control. It's going to be a throw-in. Into the center of the field with the Sharks now winning it. And a shot is taken and a save past the goal line, and it'll be a goal kick. Still 2-1. Santa Clara Sporting still leads here in the Surf Cup 2006. The Sharks still trying to see if they can get the equalizer. Asherius in, takes a shot, and a save by Areola. And Areola kicking it up to midfield. Meeting it there that time was Timmy Saunders. And now here's Santa Clara Sporting again. The Sporting accelerating in the box. And Sosa able to make the save. Was partially deflected. And that brought the velocity down for Sosa. Saunders heading it wide of the 18-yard box. Trying to get a teammate to run onto it. And that would have been Herrera, but he didn't get to it. And now, from long distance, Santa Clara trying to get a player to head it into the box. They had a runner in the box and just could not connect. Nice try, though. And on the near side, it'll be a throw-in. Near side touchline for the Sharks, who come up the field. And the attempted pass is headed out. And so now the Sporting will throw it in from their own half of the field. Off the deflection, goes to the center circle. Sporting trying to get a runner in the box. They have one. He's still going. He's going to take a shot and a goal! Go, 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 go! A beautiful two-man play. One down the central of the box, and he puts it in the back of the net. And I believe that was Alex Wheaton that scored the goal. Am I right? So Alex Wheaton scoring the goal on a beautiful pass, beating the keeper, and Wheaton was there. And I believe that pass was by Sergio Becerra on the play. 3-1. Santa Clara Sporting leads. Goes to the far side, and the Del Mar Sharks now really have a lot of work to do as they're down by 2 goals. Santa Clara Sporting does not have to score again as long as they can hold on to the 2-goal lead. Saunders trying to race back and keep it into play. It is kept into play by Becerra. Becerra cutting it back and then taking a shot, and is blocked there by Ian Hain. Armbrust. It just slipped by Sarius. McCroskey, who has tried to head the ball a couple of times and has, and been tough for him, but he's trying to play tough in his space. Dumped that time, and it goes off. Santa Clara Sporting, and it's going to be a throw-in. On and now, beautiful move by Becerra. Becerra weaving his way, still on a soccer ball, takes a shot, and it's blocked. All the way upfield.
Scared. She picked it up.
Sergio Becerra showing his ability to control the soccer ball, to beat defenders into space. Creating problems now for the defenders for the Sharks. And in the center of the field now. It goes to the far side. Wright trying to chase after it. He keeps it in. But now on it, Trevor Lewis. And they throw it in. Trying to get a counterattack going, but Wright will throw it in. Falling down was Armbrust. Trying to get the ball. A few players fell down, and it comes out to Santa Clara Sporting. On a run to far side was Roy Ortiz, but was knocked out by the Sharks. Here they go again from the far side, and the shot, and staying with it is Sosa. Angel Sosa trying to do his best he can. And he's done a pretty decent job considering what he's had to deal with. Here comes Santa Clara Sporting again, over to Wheaton. Wheaton has his teammate flanking him to the outside, but stepping into space that time nicely was Ian Hain to stop the continued offensive progress. And now here's Wright. Right to the outside, and it is knocked out of play by the Santa Clara Sporting. About halfway through, or a little bit more than halfway through the second half. It's a 3-1 lead. You get a fresh player in for the Del Mar Sharks now. Trying to get to the 18-yard box. They have a player in the central. He has a player free now. And that is number 7 again. It's Connor McCruskey. Topped up in the box. Right now on it. And it's taken away out of the box and pushed up forward. One player, that's Becerra, trying to make a move. 1v1, but then he gets they get defenders back to the Sharks. Nice defensive play. Trying to cover Becerra right there in the center of the field. Otherwise, he goes all alone with the keeper. And now here's the Saris. Ian trying to work with the soccer ball. It's kicked out. And it is Connor McCruskey. McCruskey going to throw it in. or rather McCroskey. McCroskey going to throw it in. He gets it in at the header. The Sharks now going to retreat back. Only a couple players on there, half of the field. Cuevas getting it up to Wright. Wright uses his head to bring it down, but when he did that, it was taken away from him. The Sharks now at the center of the field. Only 2 players right outside the box for the Santa Clara Sporting. Try to get over there is Trevor. And it's going to be a CK. He got over there at the last moment, Trevor Lewis. And it is not a goal situation as he kicks it past the goal line, but it's going to be a corner kick where they still have an opportunity to try to get the second goal in and make it a very interesting last few minutes of the game. Cuevas, McCroskey, and right up, it hits a crossbar. Wright almost made it 3-2, but it hit the crossbar. It's now in the 18-yard box again. They're trying to find it again. It goes out to Roy Ortiz, and he gets it out of danger. Wright almost made it 3-2. He just couldn't quite get it underneath the crossbar. He took a beautiful shot. He had beat the keeper, Areola, but it was just a little bit too high. So it is still 3-1. The Sharks needed a little more luck that time. They didn't get it. Coming in now is Salsicia. Dominic Salsicia coming into the contest. And so now, Santa Clara Sporting trying to continue up the field, but they won't be able to do it as the Sharks have it now. However, getting back is Roy Ortiz standing tall into space, but a foul is called and it'll be a free kick. Set piece right outside the box for Del Mar Sharks. Sharks, these moments they really have to cash in if they're to have any attempt to tie this game. Cuevas setting it up in the box. Down 3-1 to Santa Clara Sporting, the Sharks. Areola directing traffic. Getting the wall. Cuevas getting it over the wall and a save by Areola. He jumped up in the air and made a great save. Otherwise it goes in the back of the net and it would have been 3-2. And defensively they found a way to keep it a 2-goal lead here, but not. And with a little bit of luck against the Sharks. Here they go again, and a save, and let's see, it is a goal! 3-2 now, as the Sharks continue to try to get that second goal, and this time, it's Trevor Lewis. So Lewis off the corner kick, and a set piece, they finally get it. Tried it on one side, outside the box, and then they get the corner kick, and it's 3-2. And the Sharks, here they come again, trying to keep the pressure on late in the game. Wright trying to get to it. He cannot, as it was dispossessed by Roy Ortiz. Ortiz sends it across the field. A midfield stripe, and it goes out of play. The Sharks will throw it in. Wright off the hitter. Time running out. Santa Clara Sporting, and a whistle, leading 3-2. And it'll be a free kick for the Sharks. Cuevas will take it right past midfield. Trying to get somebody to run onto it. Cuevas, it's intercepted before it gets in the box now. However, they have another player to run onto it. And they pass it back towards one of the lone deep back players. Right there, trying to keep it going. Into space to McCroskey. Looking for Wright, but it doesn't get to him. And it's taken away now. With only 2 in the deep back. And coming out of there is Sosa to make the big play. The keeper way off his line. And he keeps it going. Here's Wright now. Right into space. And he goes down, but no call on the play. Here comes Roy Ortiz down the throat, but it's taken away. Standing tall in the middle is Ian Hain. And here his teammates come back the other way at a counter, trying to get in the box, and knocked out quickly by Santa Clara Sporting, retreating back to the top of the box and keeping them from further progress in the box. And we have a call as there'll be some substitutions for Santa Clara Sporting. And it'll be a free kick. And Santa Clara Sporting in their own defensive third will have the free kick. They lead 3-2. It became even more exciting here in the last few minutes as Del Mar Sharks getting a goal, and then they still trying to bring that ball in the attacking area. And a substitution coming in. Dominic Rivera coming in. Nico Perez into the game. And a whistle. And it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in on the near side. Time running out for the Sharks. Santa Clara Sporting trying to hold on to the one-goal lead. Nico Perez, who is a very exciting player for them, is back into the game, trying to put some offensive power in the arsenal for Santa Clara Sporting. Or at least to keep that ball out of his own defensive half of the field. It bounces over to number 5, Acharias. Acharias takes it and he scores! Tie game as Acharias got by the last defender and put it past Areola trying to make the save, and it's 3-all. So the Sharks not giving up in this game, and they've come back with 2 here in the second half. And here they come again, trying to have a chance to win it. But Santa Clara Sporting in their own half of the field, looking for their opportunities. And on it now is Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes around 2 players. Gonzalez in the box. Gonzalez takes a shot and he just missed on the near side. Gonzalez had a lot of room and he just couldn't put it past the keeper. As they have changed their keeper, and let's see what the call is. Is it going to be a penalty shot, or will it be outside the box? It's going to be outside the box, and it will be a free kick right outside the box.
Justin, mark on that side, mark on that side. Trevor, Troy a marcar. Ricas, en línea con la barrera, en línea con la barrera. José, José, si la agarras con el pie hasta arriba. Trevor, 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 Mark, Mark.
Eric Herrera is playing the keeper now. And there's a double whistle. And it ends up being a tie. 3-3. A very interesting last few minutes of the game. And Santa Clara Sporting, who was down 1-0, they came back and took the lead and then had a 2-goal lead. And then, of course, Del Mar Sharks late in the game said, we're not going to give up, we're going to keep playing, and it ended up being a 3-3 tie. So both teams have had a very good 2006 Surf Cup, and from at least the competitive side, they won't move on to the championships, but the experiences last a lifetime, and there's no doubt that in short work, they'll be back trying to challenge for another first place in another tournament Santa Clara Sporting going back up to the north, and the northern part of California, and Del Mar Sharks down here in the south part of California. We hope you enjoyed all the action, and as both teams congratulate each other for the effort they put in, we will have some interviews with some of those who participated in the game today. So stick with us, and we'll be right back. Never stop, keep playing.
This is the green team, and like the semifinals, my brother's on the white team, so they might put my brother in the green team, so they can help him out, and we got it.
Greg Porter back here with the 2006 Surf Cup with some Santa Clara Sporting youngsters, boys under 10 category, and tell us who you are, what position you play.
I'm Roy, and I play forward and defense.
What's your last name, Roy?
Ortiz.
Okay.
I'm Gary Wheaton, and I play midfield.
Okay.
I'm Nicholas Perez, and I play forward and mid.
Okay. All right, guys, go ahead and tell me a little bit about your experience coming down here from Northern California.
Well, my experience is that when you come to Surf Cup, you have to be a really good player, and you have to have a really good team. So this is why I came down here, because I'm a really good player.
Okay. That's the way to think about it. Now, talk a little bit about, maybe some of the things you've done while you've been down here.
Well, I've been helping the team, scoring goals, and defending, and stuff like that.
All right.
My experience of coming down here, that you have to come down here to win, and if you come down here and you think you're gonna win all games, you should think that there's other teams out there that are better than you.
Okay. And so what do you try to do with that kind of mentality to try to make it as long as you can?
I try to hold up the team and tell them not to put their faces down and all that stuff.
And it works real good. Let me talk to your teammate to the outside. Tell us a little bit about your experience down.
My experience is we have a good team. That's why we came here. And we just had a good tournament this year, but we didn't have that much luck to go in the finals. But I'm still proud of my team.
Okay, good. Fantastic, guys. One last thing, you guys would like to say what schools you go to, and if there's anything that you like to do when you're not playing soccer.
Well, my favorite, I go to 5 Wound School, and the thing I like to do in school is math.
Okay.
I go to school to Sherman Oaks, and my favorite thing to do when I'm not playing soccer is math.
All right.
When I'm in my school is St. Francis Cabrini, and when I'm not playing soccer, I like to go with my friends and do all that. Go to movie theaters and all that.
Okay, good. All right, guys, one last thing you'd like to say is shout out for your team. I'm going to give you guys the mic. You just say something, one last thing about, your team, and I'm going to give you the mic. Go ahead.
Well, I think my team's really good. This is why we got so far. We have a really good goalkeeper, really good defense, midfield, and forwards. That's why we made it so far.
Well, I like to tell my team that this is the best team I've ever been on, and this team is the best team I can ever imagine.
All right, great.
I'm going to say to my team, you guys are a good team, and you guys are great. And Trevor was the one that always saved us. So, Trevor, Good job, man.
All right, good job, guys. Thank you very much. Greg Porter back here with some more Santa Clara Sporting youngsters, and tell us who you are.
I'm Dominic Salsicia.
Okay.
I'm Trevor Lewis. And I'm Justin Cisneros.
Okay. Talk a little bit about your trip coming down here, the tournament, and how much you enjoyed it, and you know, just everything involved with it.
Well, my favorite part of going down here is like playing soccer and hanging out with my friends and going to the arcade.
Okay.
It was fun coming down, and I wish we could have stayed longer, but we didn't get it.
I liked it because on the way over here I got to hear music and how my dad figured out where we were.
All right. Great, great. Okay, tell us what you look forward to maybe and for the rest of your teammates and the rest of the year when you get the season started again, when you go back home.
Well,
School
we did good, and Trevor did good, everybody. But we played some hard teams. Well, good job, guys. Bye.
I think that next season we should be able to get first place.
All right.
I liked my team because they were really good, and if we stayed longer, it'd be better for us.
Okay. It just goes too quick sometimes, you know, playing all the games real fast. Well, you guys did a great job. You're a wonderful team, and we hope to see you again sometime. Tell us what schools you go to, and if there's any other types of things you guys do when you're not playing soccer.
Oh, I go to Lynn Haven, and my favorite thing to do is like math.
Okay.
I go to Argonaut Elementary School, and my favorite thing to do is math.
All right.
I go to Nordstroth Elementary School, and when I don't play soccer, I bug my family.
All right. One last thing, I'm going to give you guys the mics that you want to look in that camera and say to your parents about this experience.
Hi, Mom. Well, our team did good, and well, at least we scored goals, and we made it this far. Bye.
I want to thank my mom and dad for bringing me down here and having a good time.
There you go.
I want to thank my dad for bringing me down here, and if we passed more, we could help a lot with the team.
All right, guys. Good job. Greg Porter back here with the last two of the Santa Clara Sporting. And tell us who you are and what position you play.
I'm Eric Espinoza, and I play midfield, left midfield, and sometimes a little forward.
Hi, my name is Moises Salgado, and I play forward.
Okay. Okay, guys, talk a little bit about your experience coming down here, how much fun it was, and how you guys like this tournament.
It was really fun because I love soccer more than anything, and I don't know what else to say.
My experience for coming here is I love soccer too, and I wanted to make the goals too, but I couldn't get in the game. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, you know, you have a last opportunity here to kind of say anything to your parents, anything to the rest of your teammates. Tell us what school you go to and maybe your favorite subject. So I'm going to give you guys the mic.
My favorite subject in school is sensors. And
I won't ask what sensors is. It must be pretty good.
what were the questions?
Okay, and just, you know, one last thing you want to say to your teammates.
My teammates are really good, and it was really exciting to come down here and see all my teammates playing their hardest, and yeah.
All right.
My favorite subject in school is math, and I really like
I want to thank my friends for winning all the games. Well, maybe not everything, but yeah, I want to thank them, and that's it. Well,
You want to say anything
what
else?
else?
One last thing?
No. It's okay.
All right. All right, guys. Well, good luck in the future. You guys have a wonderful team. We hope to see you in the future in this tournament, and more than likely we will. And just don't forget it's the Jordan Video Sports Productions. All right. Very entertaining 3-3 final score between the Del Mar Sharks and the Santa Clara Sporting. Probably the fastest 3 goals that were scored for the boys under 10 that I've ever seen here at the Surf Cup. And just a well-played game by both teams. A lot of extreme hustle. You saw it all over the field. These kids have a lot of talent. They have a lot of future ahead of them. So we hope that you enjoyed the trip down here from Santa Clara, and take care of yourselves. God bless, and save this one on the hard drive.